Thank you guys for being here and welcome to the call. So first off, I kind of want to talk about like why this is so important to me, because AI is something that is not going away, and it's not a fad. I've heard people say that it's a fad. That's the silliest thing to me. It's not a bubble. It's literally the future, and not just the future, but it's now. It's right now. And part of my mission
It's a
around
mega trend. That's
it's
exactly what it is. It's not
it's
going anywhere. It's just going to increase over time. It's a mega trend. There you go, kids. Your word of the day.
yeah, exactly. And so much so that a lot of people think it can take over. And I think that that's a really important topic to touch on because it probably will. Okay. And what I think is important is our relationship to technology and AI and how we're using it, and that we're treating it right because it is incredibly intelligent. And I feel that it's part of my mission around creating unity is actually helping people unite with technology. When I talk about unity, it's not just humanity, but it's all intelligent beings. So artificial intelligence being one of them, and there's a lot more to it. So I think it's important to have a healthy relationship with it, treat it well, because I'm not about to be on the side of not treating it well. And to be honest with you, one thing that I noticed, there was a point when I was kind of first using ChatGPT and AI that I was like, I don't need to say please. I don't need to say thank you. I can be mean to it. And I noticed those patterns starting to come out in my real life. And I was like, I don't like that. So I don't want that. And also, do unto others as you want others to do to you. So, be good to it and it'll be good to you. That said, I hate to say this, but sometimes you got to get a little aggressive with it and you got to tell it that it's messing up and be firm and forceful with it, because sometimes that's how you get the best results. And so there's a balance. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to lead with that because I feel that that's important. So I also think it's important that you start using it. If you're not, start utilizing it consistently, because if you don't, there's a good chance you're going to fall behind. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to do this call, is because as unicorns, I want us all to be sharing and supporting and utilizing tools that can really help take our lives in our business, our personal lives to the next level. Not just the next level, but 10x levels. And AI is not something that you only have to use for your business. It's not just a content creator. It's not just something that can, brainstorm with you. It can create massive breakthroughs. And I'm going to show you guys a couple of tools that I have found to be super helpful with that. So before we do, I would love to know, one, if there's anything specific you guys would like covered, please go ahead and put that in the chat. And then two, are there any tools that you love? Any pieces of technology that have just blown your mind, that have massively increased productivity, and that have, really helped you streamline things? If there's anything that comes to mind, ChatGPT is an obvious one. We're going to spend a good amount of time in there, but I'd love to know if there are other things that you guys are thinking of, or maybe things that you are thinking you'd like to dive into. Love to know that. So feel free to put that in the chat. I do see a couple of our AI friends here today. We've got Fireflies, we've got Fathom. I'm sure you guys are very familiar with those. We've also got Otter, three of my favorites, actually. And I have recently shifted from Otter to Fathom because of cost just making more sense to use Fathom. But then Fireflies over both because it does all of the things that Otter does, and it does it so much better, along with AI plugged in tools that can help you create follow-up emails, outline the action items, analyze your sales approach and objection handling, so many cool things. So highly recommend Fathom or Fireflies if you have not checked that one out. And there's a lot more to it, but I'm not going to get into that too much right now, but I just think it's, worth noting. So anyway, does anybody have any questions or things that you would like covered specifically today? Because otherwise, I'm just going to get going with this. I'll leave it open for just a minute. Okay, cool. So this call is, like I said, a really powerful way for you to discover new tools and 10x your time, creativity, execution, and everything around utilizing AI every day in your business, creating offers, staying in alignment with your brand, working through personal, professional issues and opportunities that you really want to make the most out of. So the first thing I want to cover is really around ChatGPT. And I am going to put a lot of focus on this because I use it every single day, multiple times a day, maybe even too much, but it's because it's really been very beneficial. And we're not just going to talk and we're not just going to show you guys things, but we're going to literally show you how it can be used throughout your everyday. So let's see here. Got a couple things. And so part of this is I'm going to give you guys an AI resources document, but we're actually going to kind of create it together. I've started adding a good amount to it, and yeah, you'll see why. So I want to give you real examples that you can take and run with. So let's see here. All right, that is the screen I want. And because I love this music, this is brain.fm, which is also an AI tool. It uses binaural beats and a series of different types of mental states that you can utilize as you're working to help increase your focus, help you relax, help you sleep, help you meditate. I also use this every day. I think I'm on 69 weeks using this guy, brain.fm. I'll send you guys a link and that'll be in the resources doc as well. So this is ChatGPT. If you're not familiar with it, it's super easy to use. It's literally just a chat box, and you can ask it absolutely anything. So, as far as some of the things that we're going to cover, I really want to show you guys some of the different tools and different custom GPTs, because like I just said, you can really use this for just about anything. Any question you have, if you're still Googling stuff, you're probably wasting a lot of time looking through a lot of results when ChatGPT can give you a direct answer and strategize with you. So I feel like that's important for you to know and not just use it for that. All right, hold on. Let me change the screen I'm sharing. Do this. Actually, let's stick with that. Okay, so what are some things that you can use ChatGPT for? You can use it to plan business offers, refine your business model, expand on ideas. Actually, I'm just going to show you guys. That's how we're going to do it. So this is my agenda outline for today. Hopefully you guys can see this. I want to make sure. Yeah. So you can use it for all of those things. You can use it to revise sales copy, offers, create the copy for landing pages, and build marketing funnels, email nurture sequences, create social media content. You can create your entire sales processes and business operations, your entire SOPs around, everything in your business. And I'm going to give you guys a couple useful places that you can actually find prompts and prompt packs that are very beneficial. You can also create, full campaigns, like if you're doing a marketing campaign around an event, as well as creating and setting personal goals. I'm going to give you guys the 10x Unicorn GPT. That is my favorite way to outline and structure and take my goals and things that I'm working on to the next level. You can also use it to journal. There's this other GPT that Sebastian Cruz created. He's one of our Unicorn members. that has really helped me through a lot of personal traumas and things that I was dealing with in the past, from childhood issues all the way to, current events. You can also use it for building out meal plans and working on your diet and working on exercise plans and routines. One of the things I did a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, was I wanted to do a triathlon. And so I used ChatGPT to create a structured plan for my week for the entire time leading up to this triathlon that I registered for. And I told it everything about me. I told it how much I liked running, which was not a lot. I told it how much I could swim, how much I was biking. I gave it screenshots from my Apple Fitness that told it, my weight, my fitness, my regular workout activity, and all that, and asked it to create a table that it literally did and showed me a solid workout plan. What I needed to do each week, each day, meals that I should have, ways that I should focus on, applying nutrition to my diet and making sure that I was staying in alignment to actually achieve my goal of completing that triathlon in the most effective way possible. And then I did it for an Ironman, and I might have gotten a little aggressive with it because it was telling me to do things that were like crazy impossible. And that's the thing. Sometimes with ChatGPT, it can go a little off the rails, but the more you use it and the more you train it around your own personal stuff, the better it's going to work for you. So another thing that I really like using it for is this bottom one. Summarizing your Zoom calls and creating the action items, follow-up emails, making sure you didn't miss anything, things like that. You can also use it, like, one thing that I've really liked using it for during Zoom calls is when I have a content meeting, I'll literally just start speaking a post, and then I know to go back and grab that, and it'll turn that into a piece of content. Super helpful, super helpful. And then of course you can use it to create documents. A lot of the documents that we've created for our members in the Unicorn Universe community have actually come from these transcriptions. I'll show you. When we do these calls in Unicorn University, I'll literally take our transcription and I'll plug it into ChatGPT, and then I'll have it go through and outline all of the things that we talked about. We talked about the $100 million offers, the headline strength analyzer, Hemingway app. This all came from our call. I didn't do all this. Are you kidding me? I don't have time for that. But I have time to leverage AI, and it'll help me make it happen. So this made it super easy, and then just streamlines everything, right? We talked about all of this. We put it all into words. We put it into ChatGPT's or into our other AI's brain. At that time, it was Fathom, and here you go. And it just makes it so easy to grab your transcription and put it into ChatGPT. And then the key is, which ChatGPT are you using? Because you could just use your standard GPT 4.0, which has just blown my mind with the images that it's creating. Or, as you guys might see over here on the left, there's this big toolbar of all these custom GPTs. Now, some of these I created myself, like the Seize Belize, the 10x Unicorn, the Unicorn GPT, the Unicontent AI, the Unicorn Universe GPT, and a bunch more. But there's a whole marketplace. This is like walking into Home Depot and them saying, hey, what tool do you need? Go pick it out and have a nice day. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to think about it. It'll do all the thinking for you, and it'll do everything, all the work, and all you got to do is know what you're looking for. It's amazing. And what I encourage is that you think about what it is that you're looking for, what it is that you're working on. For example, if you're creating a course, right? And I actually wrote a lot of this at the bottom here, which got very wordy because I tend to do that. But if you're creating a course, for example, you can literally go in here and type course creator, and it'll come up with literally hundreds of different course creator GPTs. This is the reason why I love ChatGPT the most, okay? I have been pitched and proposed so many different AI systems and tools out there, and they have marketplaces, but not like this. They don't quite float my boat. And the other part about it is you can have conversations with these GPTs throughout your other conversations. And so this course creator, you literally take it and you ask it to create an outline around your course, and it'll bust that out for you. So it'll ask you the questions. What is the topic of your course? Who is your target audience? You have goals or outcomes that you want students to achieve by the end of the course. Okay, that's cool. So, just think about how powerful this is. This agenda that I created came out of a text note that I recorded into my phone, telling it what I wanted our session to be on today. And so what you can do is literally take this, copy the whole thing, and put it into this course creator and paste it in there. And it's going to crank out an entire AI generated course and do everything for you. So it's pretty hard to argue with the power of this when you see just how well structured it is. Gives you the course objective, gives you the title, helps you understand what the outline's going to be. So we've got the welcome, the vision, how we're using ChatGPT for all of this that we're literally going over, that we just went over now, and a bunch of other things. So, and here we are going through the GPT marketplace. It looks like I kind of skipped over the prompt pack because I got so excited. I love the GPT marketplace. It literally just, it makes me so happy. So anyway, as you can see, this is pretty much just following the structure of the agenda that I set. But once it's done, it should help us create the rest of this. If we wanted to create scripts to go through and record this, there it is. Turn it into video transcripts. If we want to create videos and resources out of it, create lessons, come up with a strategy to actually sell the course, all of these things. So would you like me to write a lesson content for each section? Yes. And it'll do that. It'll literally go through and create the content for every single section with paragraphs, live demos, prompts or frameworks that we can give to people. And I'm not going to do all of this right now, but as you can see, it makes this pretty easy to take and put into whatever you want to use to record your class, record your session, create proposals, or not proposals, but presentations. So just to kind of show you like how easy it is to bust things out. You guys have probably seen ads on Facebook about, creating a course in an hour and launching a full business in a week around that course. Well, it's very real and it's very doable. And using ChatGPT is largely how you do that. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to show you that, right? So this takes the outline that I gave it from a voice memo that, it was a very detailed voice memo, but it took everything that was in my head, created the outline that I revised slightly, and then it created everything that we would need to make a course out of this. So, so let's get into, let's see, I got some text. Yes. All right, cool. Yeah, sorry, I'm just looking at your messages now. Yeah, so the GPT that I'm using right now is the Course Creator GPT. I'm pretty sure this is using 4.0. That's kind of the standard one right now. And I do have the paid version. It's $20 a month, and it's by far worth it, like 100%. So anyway, so I just kind of want to show you guys. This is kind of how this Course Creator GPT can work. All right. Now, let's go back to my agenda because I don't want to miss things. And I think it's important that we do cover some of the things that I've that I've got in store for you. So, as Yannette mentioned, you're 100% correct. Your prompt, what you put into it, is going to dictate what you get out of it. The more detail you can give your ChatGPT, the more specific you are with your instructions, the more focused you are on the outcome that you want, the better your result is going to be. Especially, again, focusing on the outcome. With anything that I'm starting, I start with the end in mind. What is the goal? What is the outcome that I want? And then I work from there, making sure that I'm detailed enough to give it all the information that it needs in order to give me what I want back. This agenda took me, once I put the voice into my memo, it took seconds to generate. Seconds. I'm not talking about minutes, which would be impressive, but usually back in the day, this would have taken hours. Oh my word. Maybe not hours, but an hour at least. So anyway, the prompt that you use is going to dictate the quality of the results you get in. And that is from a manual prompt. And, I wonder if I can find a prompt that I actually wrote versus just spoke, because I think that's important. I don't know. Most of mine are templates now, and I just use itself to write my prompts. But there's a hack for you. Tell ChatGPT what your goal is, what the outcome is, what you're trying to create, and then ask it to create the prompt for you. Okay, before you have it create what you want, say, hey, I'm doing this. I want people to get this. I want this to be the result. I want it to look and feel and sound like this. And what's the best prompt for me to achieve all of this? Give me that before doing it, and then it'll give you the prompt, and then it will always ask you if you want it to do that for you. Sometimes you might just say yes. Almost every time I don't, and I take what it gave me, revise it a little bit, and then I put it in the GPT that I actually want to use. So that's one way to really do it with your manual prompts. Now, there's another way to approach this, which is utilizing prompt packs. And there are a couple here that I want to show you guys that I think are really great. One of which is called Sintra Labs. This is a really cool product that basically gives you pre-made prompts, pre-made bots, and other things like that. They even have helpers and power-ups and automations and all sorts of things that, to be honest with you, I haven't dug into very much, but I've used the prompt packs in the past, and they're powerful. So you can literally go through this and you'll see all these different categories of prompts that you can use. So if you're working on your business and you just want general prompts around your business, you click on that. It's not clicking for me. That's nice. It's because it's down here. And anyway, and this will just show you, this will help you become an expert with GPT, optimize the content on your website, come up with ideas, write LinkedIn posts, come up with snippets to improve your writing, develop your brand voice and tone, analyze your competition, automate your Instagram growth, optimize for SEO, AI assistant for spreadsheets. It's another powerful thing you can use ChatGPT for is uploading a spreadsheet and have it analyze the information that's on there. Whether it's customer information and you're asking it to clean it up, or it's numbers and financial information and you're asking it to review it and come up with a strategy to 10x those numbers. So many things that you can do with this, right? As you can see, this has a ton in here. And here's the thing. I do like these because it gives you a good amount of pre-done solutions. Anybody have any requests on things you want me to click on or check out and kind of show you guys? Let's see. No? You guys are quiet today. I would love to find. Nope, nothing on courses. So, all right, that's cool. Let's check out this product launching prompt. So a lot of these will give you like this copy paste thing where you can see the prompt and then copy it directly and then put it into ChatGPT. And so like this one is, asking about a comprehensive analysis about the specific product. So like if we were to create a course out of this, we could use this to come up with an analysis around what we are creating, right? So I just kind of wanted to show you, let's see, I like this one. So I want to launch my product or service, help me create a launching plan, right? So then you take that prompt, and now we just kind of created this mini course, right? That has pretty much everything that we talked about. I wouldn't actually go with this because it's still kind of using my agenda format, but what you could do is put this in here and you just add to it and revise things accordingly. And then you tell it, what you want it to create. Help me launch my product or service around what I just gave you, right? So I'm not answering all the other questions, but it's going to tell me that, here's a good plan for you based on what you're creating, right? So what are the main products and services? It's recommending the AI marketing machine, custom GPT setup, 90-minute workshop. Totally. Industry and field, AI marketing, digital products, business coaching. Totally. What's the main aspiration, right? What's the goal? Automate content, grow your business, reduce overwhelm, scale faster. So in the meantime, it's asking me to confirm those things. And then in the meantime, it's saying, here's a plan based on what you've shared so far. You're offering an AI-powered marketing experience, part transformational training, part done with you system. The launch strategy should reflect that. So pre-launch, you're going to want to hype people up and warm them up, build curiosity, right? I'm not going to go into all of this, but just want to kind of give you guys some examples of what that can look like. And we've spent about a half hour on this one GPT, so I could really go deep with this, but I want to make sure that we cover everything else that is needed to be covered. As you can see, it can literally do so much for you. I had a call with April just last week, and we worked together to create a logo, come up with different business name ideas, come up with the copy around the landing page that she was working on, work on the offers. And those are some of the other things that I want to show you. So I wonder if this will let me chat. Yeah. So now what you would want to do is utilize some of the other AI tools to take advantage of this, because we created the course, but you don't want to use the course creator for your landing page. You don't want to use it for the content that you're creating. You don't want to use it for everything, because there are other tools that are better. There are other GPTs that were trained more specifically on what it is that you are looking to create. I also wanted to, let's see here. Wanted to cover I can get distracted sometimes, and I want to just make sure I cover what I was talking about. Because I showed you guys Sintra, and this is a good one, but I also want to show you guys another one that's part of this AI Space Mastermind that I'm in. And they have a CoStar prompt pack as well, which honestly, I like this because it's just a little bit more tailored to business and these specific prompts. And they're much deeper, more thought out prompts. I can tell you right now that most of these are probably generated by AI, which is fine, but it's just the same as you asking it to create the prompt for you that you can then take and run with. Now, on the flip side, this CoStar prompt framework is structured specifically around prompting formulas that actually convert and work and are very aligned with what you're creating. CoStar stands for context, objective, style, tone, audience, and response. Okay, so clarify what you want back, right? I mentioned that. Audience, I didn't really touch on that too much, but who you're targeting is so important when you're creating content and documents and things using AI. And then what is the tone? Do you want it to be warm and fuzzy and fluffy, or do you want it to be serious and direct and concise, right? What is the style? Is it going to be, conversational? Is it going to be, referencing things? Is it super detailed, or is it somewhat concise and condensed, right? Do you want simple bullet points, or do you want a bullet with 100 words after it, or just a couple keywords, right? So I'm kind of going backwards, but then what is the objective, right? What are you really looking to get out of this and accomplish with your prompt, right? And then giving it context, that's always important. So for example, maybe you're creating something for your business, maybe you're creating something for another business. Maybe it's an event. Maybe you want to tell your ChatGPT that you have a specific deadline or something that has happened in the past that is important for it to know in order to really make this the most effective thing possible. So I like this because, as you'll see, the prompts that it comes up with are quite a bit more detailed, and you can go through and outline the specific context that you want, the response, and all of that. And I really like this because it's not 100 prompts. Man, people offer these prompt packs that have 1,000+ prompts. I'm like, that sounds so stressful to me. Nobody wants 1,000 prompts. Like, what are you gonna do? Sift through them all? Like, this is great and all, but it honestly is kind of overwhelming, right? There's a lot in here. And, how do you find what you're looking for? Maybe you just gotta find it, right? So, business ideas without funding, right? So anyway, I think that's one of the reasons why I like this one. And I'm gonna give you guys a link to this as well. Like I said, this is part of the AI Space Mastermind, which is a paid group that we actually have a partnership with. And they do a weekly AI fireside chat that you can access for free. And you can find that in our Unicorn community platform under the events. So if you decide to join their group, then you get access to the CoStar prompt toolkit. So they cover all sorts of different things here. But as you can see, it's just a little bit better laid out, and it's gonna help ChatGPT create better results for you, okay? So any questions up to where I'm at now? I just kind of look through this a little bit more. No? Are you guys liking this? Is this good info? Learning some stuff? Cool. All right. Good deal. So, yeah, creating your operations, creating a project plan, meeting optimization, workflow automation, vendor selection, right? So if you're hosting an event and you are looking for vendors for the event, or you have a certain product that or service that you are looking for vendors for to fulfill something, right? You could use this to identify and find other unicorns in the community to leverage their tools and resources or services and products to really take things to the next level. Creating job description. Gone are the days of wasting your time outlining a job description that doesn't convert, right? So use these things to really optimize your business, really streamline your entire process. Because man, to be honest with you, if you're not using it in your zone of genius, it's probably smarter than you are with whatever you need it to do. Additionally, if you are using it within your zone of genius, it'll probably help you level up your zone of genius. And not really probably, but keep an open mind with it and it will, right? So anyway, as you can see, there are a good number of prompts in here as well. But again, super detailed and organized. They don't always need to be like this, right? Sometimes a simple prompt is exactly what you need. So anyway, that's it with that. We're done looking at the CoStar prompt. So moving on, let's talk about stacking and remixing the prompts, right? And then utilizing the GPT marketplace to create this product, this offer or course in a way that actually sells and works. So we gave it this outline, right? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask our other GPT. All you gotta do is hit the @ symbol and it'll pop up with all of the chats the custom GPTs that you've got pinned to your sidebar. Okay, so to do that, you got to actually start a conversation with one. So like I did here with the course creator, not in my sidebar anymore because I have too many over there. But then you just hit keep in sidebar and it'll be there, right there. And if it doesn't load, then just refresh your page and it should come up and then you'll see it. So what I want to do with this is create an offer around it, okay? So this doesn't give it a whole lot of information around pricing and things like that, but that's okay because what we're going to do is scroll down until we find somewhere in here, and you can search. For this one, I'm doing $100 million leads and offers, okay? And so we could go through and try to find something that helps with pricing. Maybe we'll see if there is that, but I'm just gonna ask it myself. So I hit the @ symbol, I tagged the $100 million offers GPT, and you can see that popped up there. Now we'll say, I want you to come up with pricing for this course. My AI marketing machine is $19.97, and the builder kit plus one-on-one strategy session, it's setup session, is $397. So what should this course be priced at? And what is the best offer to give people? And then now it's going to use the $100 million Offers GPT to come up with a solid offer, pricing strategy, and everything based on what we've already given it, right? So it's going to give it the course and make it an entry or low ticket digital product, which makes a ton of sense, honestly, for what we're creating here. And to be honest with you, I'll probably do that. Make this video into a course, and then as people are watching it, they'll be like, oh wow, I just bought what this guy's talking about. I think doing stuff like that's really funny and leveraged, right? So this is now using the Alex Hormozi $100 million offers and $100 million leads framework to create a value skew, which means over deliver value compared to price to make the perceived value asymmetrically higher. Say that one time fast. And then let's see, use price anchoring, again, value, what is the dream outcome that people want, the perceived likelihood of the achievement, time delay times effort and sacrifice. You don't need to know all of this. You don't need to know any of this, in fact, because it does. So what's the price point for the course? It recommends $97 to $147. Recommended $97 launch price, increased to $147 after 7 days. Beautiful. Why is that beautiful? Because it gives an early upsell, which increases urgency. You want your offer to have a component of urgency, of scarcity, and of a guarantee that makes the whole thing so easy to sign up for, and that you'd have to literally be stupid to turn it down, right? And that's this whole $100 million offers framework, which is a book, and you can read the book, or you don't need to. You just use ChatGPT and it'll help you make it happen. And it's positioned as a way to 10x your ROI in 90 minutes. That's if we get done, we'll get done with it. So anyway, so what's the structure? The Grand Slam offer format. So here's the name of it. The AI Optimization Workshop. Build your content engine and marketing assistant in 90 minutes. What they'll get, instant access to the 90-minute replay of how to utilize AI to optimize everything, Unicorn GPT prompt pack, Cintra plus CoStar. They won't actually get that, so we'll have to tell it. Bonus Notion or Google Doc resource vault with meta prompts, templates, and content calendars. So the thing about this is it's gonna assume things for you, and it's going to suggest different things that you include to increase the value of your offer. And you know what? The thing about this is you can include some of these. These are paid, so I wouldn't just bonus those in there. But things like the Notion or Google Doc resource vault with prompts and templates and content calendars, you could get rid of those and just make it a resource ball, right? Which we're literally building over here on the side. We're gonna continue building this out. I've already put a bunch of these GPTs into this Google Doc for you guys, but I wanna clean it up, and ChatGPT is gonna do that for me. I also want to add some of the other tools that we're gonna cover as well. And because I have so much I wanna share with you guys, there wasn't any way to get it all done in this time. So before now, so we're just gonna finish it up together, and you'll see how it buttons it all up and makes it super magical. Lead magnet builder GPT, done for you template. That could be all sorts of things. That'll probably not be what we include with it. $100 or $1,000 off the AI marketing machine call, only after watching the course. Beautiful, totally great with that. Stack of GPTs, right? The demo of the resources in the resource doc that I just showed you guys. 20 GPT ready prompts to automate your biz. What I am actually gonna include with it is the Gumroad product that I made, which has all of these different tools in one. And one of it is 100+ prompts around utilizing your ChatGPT for marketing purposes. So let's see here. So we're gonna keep going. That's not what I wanna look at. AI ritual builder generator. This knows me too well right now. 7-day access to Unicorn Assistant GPT. So some of these, I would probably just include for free. Some of them I wouldn't include, right? So the point is really not so much that we're building this out, but just kind of showing you guys how it can be used, right? And then here's the offer angle, right? So what if you had one AI assistant that could generate 30 days of content in your brand voice in 15 minutes? Great, Misty. Glad to hear that. We need to set you up as an affiliate. So you're not buying a course, you're buying a system that shows you how to clone your AI marketing assistant and remove 10 hours of work from your week instantly. Totally legitimate. You get the course, you get the builder kit and the setup together, it's $397, and buy the builder kit, get the course for free. That's great. I'm actually totally gonna add that to my Gumroad. Or you can get the full setup with the AI workshop walkthrough in one go, right? So I'll kind of show you what that looks like. I love that. This is what the Gumroad product looks like, okay? And I actually had ChatGPT write all of this. I created the copy for it. It shows people what they get, so they get the GPT builder. And you know what? That's what I need to do. I'm just gonna grab all of it. We'll say revise based on what I'm actually offering in the builder kit below. And then it'll go through and it'll revise that offer based on what I'm actually already including with it. And it might recommend different things that we can add into it. This course alone with the resource doc, worth $100, no doubt. And so, yeah, so what's the offer? What's the summary, right? You got your low ticket offer, $97, then $147. You got your mid ticket builder kit plus setup call, $397, done with you. Then you got your high ticket offer, the AI marketing machine, $1997, premium transformation. You guys don't even know. If you haven't seen this thing, just you wait. We are gonna show that for a little bit here. And then it even gives you a success measurement plan, right? What's the target for sales in the first week? What's the conversion on the bundles that you're looking to achieve? When you're sending out emails, are you getting opt-ins from the course and to continue to get more people into your funnel, right? And then how many people are you upselling to your AI marketing machine? It's giving you these targets to shoot for, so then you can track them and monitor them and ensure that you're actually achieving them. And maybe you adjust them. I would say not. Adjust your strategy, hit the numbers, right? So good little strategy here. Now it's asking if we want a sales page layout. I just gave it all this information about Gumroad. I gave it a second to revise that. It's sticking with the same pricing strategy. Says this is already fire and aligned with the $100 million offers. I know that because I used it, and that's how this was done. And now let's revise your pricing and offer strategy based on what the builder kit actually includes. Beautiful. That's what I want it to do. So now it's going to align the initial offer with what we are creating. And to be honest with you, it's probably just best to include this training with the builder kit, because the builder kit really talks about creating your own GPT, your own marketing GPT. But this would give them even more value by giving them a whole training around utilizing ChatGPT that can help them maximize it beyond just the marketing side of things, right? So all of this, pretty well put together. Now it feels even more aligned with that. So you get the GPT assistant builder, brand voice upload system, 20+ content demo, optimization checklist, 100+ prompts, and a 30-day Unicorn Universe trial. Yeah, perfect. I didn't show you guys that, but that's all included with the builder kit. But now we give them the 90-minute training. Did it include that in here? Doesn't look like it actually did, but that's okay. So anyway, just wanted to kind of show you what this would look like. Now it's going to ask, do I want the checkout page for Gumroad, create the offer email from the kit, strategy, and machine, or turn this into a visual offer stack, image, or pitch deck? No, actually, what we're going to do is the next step after creating your offer and creating the content and really nailing down what you want is create your landing page. If you want to do a funnel, great. If you want to do just a landing page with a lead magnet, also great. Maybe you want to do a webinar, right? So what you would want to do is now we're going to pull in a new friend, a new custom GPT, and you're going to ask it what you want, okay? So you've got landing page sales copywriter for ads and funnels. I really like this GPT. It works great. And here's the thing about this, okay? There are hundreds of these landing page offer creators, landing page and funnel creators. So what I did was I went in here and I looked at all the different ones that were available. This one only had 5,000 reviews. You've got landing page structure GPT, copywriter. You can have it roast your landing page. So maybe you've got a page that you're not too confident about. Looks like you could put that in here and use that to give feedback to you around what you can do better. So what I did was I went through a handful of these and I basically gave them this copy and I said, now create the landing page for this, right? So you could go like that. Don't copy the extra stuff that you don't need. And you can do it one of two ways, right? If you already picked one out, then you just hit @ and you choose the one that you want. If you haven't, then you go in here and you say landing page, and we'll go with, let's see, landing page copywriter. This one has the most reviews, 4.4 stars, 25,000+ conversations, and we're gonna start a chat. And then this will make it where you can save it to your sidebar if you want, and just say, create the landing page for this offer. Paste all the details in there, and it's gonna literally go through and outline all of the copy for it. And then you can take this and put it into GoHighLevel, for example, and create your offer, create your landing page. And and it's a really quick and easy way to start doing that, which I'm not gonna cover today. I will actually release, I've been saying it, but the how to build your own funnel using ChatGPT. Actually, you guys are here, so you'll get access before anybody else does. One of the perks of being on the call. And it is ready, so I'm gonna put that in right there. Bam. There is a link to the video, how to build funnels with GoHighLevel. Right there. All right, so what I'm gonna do is add that to the resources. Thank you guys for helping me get some work done. Let's see. Perfect. All right, cool. So now we'll have that in the resource library as well. This is what, an 1.5 hour long video. First part of it, I literally go through and train on everything I did to build out this funnel for the AI marketing machine. Literally everything that you would need to do or know to make that happen. This page. And this is like a multi-step funnel that has everything that you could need, right? So the training covers all of that in that video, okay? So where are we? So now you've got your copy, right? And if this is what you like, great. To be honest with you, I don't love this. And that's one of the reasons why utilizing multiple different GPTs can be so beneficial. So I just showed you one of them. Now I want to show you, let's go back to how you can chat with each other, right? So now we'll say create a copy for my landing page for this offer. So now rather than copying it and finding a new GPT, because I already picked one out, man, I hate it when it does this. It's gonna give me 2 responses. Sometimes it'll do this to get feedback on how it can improve itself, which sometimes I like, sometimes I don't like. If you're doing images, it's gonna give you 2 low quality images, and that's why I don't like it. Because the same thing kind of applies with the text. If it's generating 2 at once, it's probably not gonna be as good, right? So then you just pick which one do you like, right? And you can decide. And again, this kind of comes down to your style. Do you want a headline that has a ton of context and details in it? Build your AI content assistant and create 20 posts in 1 hour, or build your own AI content engine with the subheading of create 20 plus on-brand posts in 1 hour using custom GPT trained in your voice. But how do you decide such a thing? Well, let's introduce, what is that? We're gonna introduce Headline Analyzer because it's a little sneaky, I would say this is AI, sneaky little tool that you can use to determine which one you should use. Because, okay, what you like is one thing, but what this likes is another thing. You can put your headline in here, 18.18%, that's terrible, in my opinion. And it'll tell you how strong it ranks from an emotional value perspective. Tells you, how it's written and, kind of how strong it is from an emotional marketing value perspective. Okay, and it suggests 30 to 40% as a target. I pretty much don't settle for anything less than 30%, and both of these suck. So it's okay. So then you could also ask it, all right, maybe one of these scores stronger as a subheading. And, and let me tell you guys something. This create your $100 million unicorn offer, I don't know actually if this one scored that well, but I run pretty much all of these through here because, whether I'm creating a YouTube video or something for our community members, I want it to be strong and valuable that drives emotion and gets people to look at it, view it, right? I mean, who knows? If I just called today creating or how to use AI, you probably wouldn't have shown up for the call. But because I made the title of it, utilize AI to optimize everything, put AI in the chat if you like that title, because I liked it and it took some work to get it there. But what do you guys think that this scored? Any guesses? Take a guess in the chat. This is one of my more proud moments in Headline Analyzer history. I've gotten 100% before. Any guesses? No? Nothing? Ooh, 80, 85, 80. Ah, it feels so good. You take that and you send it. It's so hard not to keep going through here and revise it and everything, but once you get an 80% score, it's hard not to do. Yes, Yanette, it is being recorded and will be uploaded. And you can access previous courses and videos that we've done in Unicorn University. And that'll show you, we've got a few more coming in here. I'm gonna be dropping a bunch pretty quickly. We did one on creating your 20-second power intros, rainbow roadmap walkthroughs, scripting the close, and creating unicorn wins, how to create your own GPT marketing assistant. I mean, look, I'll just show you guys. And up. 37.5. That one was kind of hard. Using things like GPT can actually make it a little challenging to get a strong score on that. This one, creating your 20-second power intro. 30 minutes left. Okay. We'll get through it. We might have to do this in multiple parts. I love this. I can't even tell you guys. I've been wanting to do a call like this for like my whole life. Nice, 0. I think I had creating initially. Anyway, I'm spending too much time on this headline analyzer. That's not a good one. So anyway, so which one do you pick? At this point, it's up to you, right? Do you want emojis in your copy or not? Do you want it to be short and sweet or long and bullet pointy, right? It's up to you. So you can decide as you look at it what you really want. I think having a value stack like this is a really good way to present the offer and show people, you know, what all they get with it. I'm probably going to go with the one on the left, but you might like a different one, right? So at the same time, when it comes down to the call to action, it really matters what your call to action is, right? So if I look at these two and just kind of think about which one's more likely to convert, I'll be honest with you, initially I was thinking the one on the left, but nah, it's the one on the right. Oh, and it does give me the value stack right here. So the one on the right is a little more wordy at first, but when you get down to it, choose your option. I'm ready to build my AI assistant. Give me the builder kit, or I want personal help, builder kit plus one-on-one strategy session. That's what I want to see. Those are two solid calls to action. And then again, you know, just little tips here. Put it in here. Put your call to action in here. There are a few areas that I really recommend you use this headline analyzer for. Okay, one is your headlines, your actual initial headline on the page. Sometimes you'll get errors, like these dashes will give you errors, and then you can re-rank it. Also, you can get rid of, like, give me the builder kit, because that part's not as important, but it kind of is on this one. And it'll tell you what that initial section was, right? So one of them is on the call to action. The other one is on the headlines. The other one is on email subjects, event titles, and that very first line, okay? Your hook on a social media post. I would utilize this if it's a powerful enough post. A lot of people miss the mark. They start their post off with, hey, I just want to share something with you. Going nowhere. If you use this to determine what your hook is, it'll tell you how strong it is. And trust me, if you have a hook that scores at 80%, it's likely to get more views. Simple as that, okay? Then you say, I prefer this response, and there you go. There's your copy for your landing page. And I'm gonna show you guys actually something really cool you can do with this. You can take all of this copy and you can put it in a couple different places. There are systems that will generate AI or websites. And one thing that I've really fallen in love with recently is Notion. And you'll see it actually get recommended here in all sorts of different places. And this will also ask you if you want to create ads for it, email sequences, or even the checkout page, right? So anyway, what I was saying about Notion is I want you to create a Notion page for me, giving me the HTML copy or HTML to create this page with this image as the background. We'll see if that actually works, right? It might not actually do that. Yeah, I'm not going to. We're not going to do the image as the background. But we'll use it to create a page, okay? So you can have ChatGPT literally write the HTML code for you. And then it's going to give you code to create your entire website, okay? So maybe you don't have GoHighLevel, maybe you don't want GoHighLevel, maybe you don't want to go through and set up the whole funnel and all that the way that I did. Well, what you can do, and you'll see I've got a bunch here of different Notion templates. You got to actually, in your text editor, make it plain text. I'm not going to get into those details, and then save it as an HTML file. So it went through, it's now creating all the copy for it, and I'll show you just how powerful this can turn out. 1 second. All right, so this is my Notion page. I'm just going to do an empty page. And then once this is done, looks like it is, so it gave me all of the copy for the Notion page. And then what we need to do next is paste it into our text editor, right? So it's got all of that. And then you save it. It usually just gives you what you need up here, AI content builder. Save it, put .html, you gotta do that so it saves the right file format. You click yes, HTML. Again, yes, fire hose. Then you do import and you choose HTML, AI content builder. Get ready to have your minds blown. It's pretty basic, but this is what it looks like. And now it's just a little landing page that you can use to share with people. And it gives you this link to get your access, which we'll grab from our other document. And again, you know, nothing beautiful. This isn't the best way to do it, in my opinion. But if you wanted to create this quick and easy, this is kind of, you know, dry and dirty, but you can literally take it, publish it to the web, and view the website. And I'll prove it to you guys with going incognito. You know, I'm not logged into anything. And there you go. This is a live page. You can check it out right there, and you could send people here. And this might not be the most beautiful site in the world, but you know what? You come up with an offer, you put the content together. Most people spend forever waiting and waiting and waiting and never doing anything with it. And so this is a good way to prevent that and actually make it happen, right? So then you click on this, and you know, I already had this set up, and then you've got your offer page, right? So super easy. I mean, man, and I've used this a lot. Let me give you another example. I'm not hiding anything from you guys, because this was cool. But I also had ChatGPT create the HTML file for this Unicorn Universe headquarter page, which has everything. It's got our daily and weekly routines. It's got a calendar in here. You can literally upload the details of whatever it is that you want into your Notion page, and it'll crank it all out for you. I built this entire Unicorn connector headquarters using an HTML code from ChatGPT. I took all of the links from all of the resources I felt like connectors could possibly need, and I put them into my ChatGPT, and I said, hey, tell me what the best way is to create a Notion page to make a headquarters for our connectors in the most effective way possible. And what I want you to do is give me the structure first, so that you make sure and I make sure that it's all perfect and accurate and what I want it to be, right? And so then it gave me the structure. I was like, yes, that's beautiful, let's go. And it cranked, and then I had it make the HTML. Like 90% of this was done using ChatGPT, coding the HTML, and then uploading it. Woo! So great. You would think this took me hours, maybe even days. No, it took me about an hour to make this. Actually, it was 1 hour on a call that I was, you know, somebody had to cancel. And so I was like, well, I'm going to make the most out of this hour. And I sure did. So anyway, super powerful, super powerful. So let's keep going, okay? Because the next part, you know, I talked a lot about utilizing a lot of these different GPTs, and I haven't really touched on, let's see, where are we at here? We went through prompt packs. I went through the $100 million offer. We used the course creator. I also think it'd be good. So, okay, so what would be the next steps, right? Well, all right, you've got your page where people can buy. You've got your offer. Now what I would say is create a webinar around it. So there's also this other one. You guys are familiar with Russell Brunson. He has his perfect webinar formula that you can, which I sought out, and literally if you think it, it's probably there. And you can now say, create webinar to promote this. And it's going to create the perfect webinar formula. What to call it? How to build 20 plus on-brand posts in 1 hour without sending generic or robotic. Look, AI won't replace you, but the person using it will. And they'll sound just like you, maybe even better. The attention grabber. If you've ever opened ChatGPT and thought, this sounds like a robot wrote it, then this is for you. And in this time, we're going to cover how to build your own GPT assistant, train it in your voice, and create 20 plus posts in an hour, right? Credibility, why it matters, what your story is. So now it's giving you literally the framework to go through on your webinar. And you tell this to people. You literally talk through this as you're going through, and you help people understand the value of what it is you just created, right? I used to spend hours writing content that sounded but what changed? I stopped trying to write content with AI, and I started training AI to think like me. So I built my own GPT assistant. I've created hundreds of posts, offers, landing pages, and nurture sequences in minutes, not hours. All of that's true. This is solid. I might just need to actually do this. And you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna show you guys. So then we're gonna spend 30 to 40 minutes on content secrets. Okay, the purpose of this is to educate, build belief in the system, and help you take your content to the next level, right? So secret number one, generic prompts get generic results. We already talked about that. Your brand voice is an asset, right? So all of these things, super powerful, right? Super good format for a webinar. Now, okay, everybody knows you need a visual to go with your webinar. Not always, but I would say so, right? So this gives us everything, right? So it even gives you that, gives you all of this. To be honest with you, yes, it knows exactly what to do. Would you like a slide deck for this? Yes, a slide deck for typeset. I hope you guys are ready for this next part. This is gonna blow your mind. Awesome. Here's your slide by slide breakdown for a typeset style webinar deck to promote the AI content builder kit. Okay. Get rid of strings and brackets and just make this easy to copy and paste. I do like to let it finish so that I see what else I might need to tell it. Like it also has header and subheader. Get rid of the things in brackets, anything that says header or subheader. What else did it do? That should be fine. And things I don't want people to see. Just make it easy to copy and paste. All right, see you, Paula. Thanks for being here. So now I'm gonna have it revise the copy for this slide deck because I don't wanna do this work of going through here and deleting everything. So it's just gonna do it for me, okay? And so live workshop, that'll be good. No fluff, no theory, just a system you can use today in the next 60 minutes. What I'll show you, you tried AI before, what if your content looked like this instead? Here's why I created this system. This is gonna be great. Yep. So it gives you all of the details that you need. You copy all of that, introducing Typeset, my favorite little tool. So Typeset, you go to typeset.com, and I'll send you guys a link to that as well. You can create decks, you can create documents, you can create social media posts. Have I done this? You want to see how many things I've created in Typeset? You guys have probably seen a lot of these. okay? A lot of them. And why have I created a lot? Because watch, 10, 9, 8, 7, 1. Sorry, it only took 3 seconds. It's so, I can't even handle it every time I look at it. And then you can go through it and, okay, maybe we want to revise it a little bit, right? So live workshop, how to build 20 posts plus brand. I wouldn't do it like this. What I would do though is make that the heading and then this a subtitle. And then that's exactly what I want. And we'll make this italics. Usually I don't have to do much more than that. And you'll see, then we can literally go through and present this. I could throw a webinar together tomorrow and run through this. So in the next 60 minutes, I'm gonna show you how to build your own GPT assistant, make it sound like you, create 20 pieces of content in under an hour without sounding like a robot. So if you've ever been tired of AI before and you felt like it's generic, it's off-brand, blah, 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 what if it looked like this? Original, on-brand voice, strategic, high-converting posts. You just go through this, you share your screen, and you talk through the talking points that it gives you, and you've got a solid little presentation. I don't know if you guys just saw, we did this in basically a minute. Like, it just makes me so happy. I love this thing. And there you go. And there's your typeset presentation that you can take and run with. So definitely a tool that I recommend. And just, again, showing you guys how you can really take this to put some things together and make some magic happen with it, right? So now maybe you want it to make other slides, make Canva, make it a PDF. I mean, we don't need that. We don't need any of that, right? So I don't know if this is actually GPT 4.0 that we're using or not, but then, what would be the next thing that we need, right? Sales copy. So maybe you have salespeople and you want them to sell it for you. Maybe you want to create emails, right? So then you would go and chat. I think I broke it. Oh yeah, here we go. And you would ask it for emails, right? You got a couple different ones. I like this Copywriter GPT for writing emails. So we could use that. I also like our Unicorn AI. This is something that we've made available for the AI marketing machine. So I am actually gonna give you guys access to that because without all the other things, it's not really super useful. But now I want it to write an email campaign. Actually, now what I'm gonna do is show you guys Unicorn AI /prompt generator. Introducing new and improved, and for those of you who already have this, super excited because I upgraded our spreadsheet and made it into a prompt generator. How did I do this? I used ChatGPT to code the script using Google Script. This isn't just a form, this is actually a coded website. I'll show you guys, even though I'm probably getting distracted and shouldn't. But no, I want you guys to see how absolutely powerful this is. ChatGPT specifically. I had it take the spreadsheet that I created along with using the website for a form to give it an example of the style, and then use a link to create the background and the logo image. And then I put all of those details, including my prompt that I already had in the spreadsheet, into ChatGPT, and I said, hey, what's the best way to turn this into a more user-friendly style? It gave me a bunch of recommendations. It recommended this Google app script. And I asked it, okay, give me the code. And then it gave me, well, it didn't just give me this, but I had to work on this quite a bit. And then I asked it for the website for people to use it, because at first it was just a really ugly form. And so then I had it code the HTML, which made it look beautiful. And it did all of this for me. As you guys just saw what it did with Notion, which kind of triggered this inspiration, then I had it code the HTML for this form. And so, as you can see, now we have this powerful site that people can go to literally create content. And I'm gonna show you guys that because this has been like the most powerful thing for me. So what we can do here is we're going to create the email copy for, there we go. We're going to create the email copy for how to build 20 plus posts in 1 hour using AI. We'll do email. Who are we targeting? Pretty much everybody and their dog. Marketing agencies would be good. Freelancers, creative professionals. So you can go through and choose all of that. How many posts do you want? Recommended you do 7 to 12 touch points. So I'm going to do 7 emails. We'll do 2 per week. What are the key points? And here, let me show you guys this, okay? We can do a screenshot and just tell it what we want, including the call to action. Fill in the details on this form to create an email campaign using the call to action, the Gumroad page. And then you just put that in there. Now we're asking it to just build this out for us, because I think that that's one of the best things about using ChatGPT is it can literally do all of this for you. So now it's going to give you all of the details about what you're creating and the email campaign. Oh, this is just giving me the email. That's not what I wanted it to do. But as you can see, it will just do that for you. Here's the reason why I don't like this is because it's very basic and generic and it's not what we actually want, right? So just want the details, copy and paste the form. All right, not doing what I want. That's okay, because honestly, it's easier than that. So what we can do is we're going to go back to our offer and we're going to grab the copy from there. Actually, you know what? We just did this webinar. We should do it to promote the webinar. We're just going to grab all the details from this. We're going to make the key points, all of that. Additional context. Create email campaign to promote my webinar. And then the call to action would be Gumroad kit, grab the builder kit, or would be register for the webinar at, GPT builder kit webinar.com. We're just making something up. Actually, we'll go new content AI.com /webinar-builder kit. Doing it like this because I don't like wasting time. I'll probably actually use this. So then you just give it that. You can choose your platform. In this case, we're doing an email. And then you can choose your content style and approach, promotional and sales. You could also make it a listicle type of email where you give value through that and, other types of things, authority and thought leadership, right? Then you hit generate prompt and it's going to give you the prompt with the table of how you want it to look. You hit copy prompt. And yeah, Misty, if you've already gone through the spreadsheet or tried, I'm sure you're super excited to see all that. Then what we got to do is now we're going to actually open up. Actually, we don't need to. We'll just chat with our Unicorn AI, and it will be trained on how to create this campaign based on the custom GPT that we created. All of this within one conversation, which is amazing. So it's going to tell us, all right, first one goes out today at 10 a.m. The problem with AI content that nobody talks about. 3 secrets to creating content that sounds like you. What if I could build 30 posts in 30 minutes? Build a GPT assistant to write like you, right? all of that looks good. So then what we do is we go back in here and we do continue creating content after it's approved, paste that in there, and it's gonna go through and create each email one at a time. And you'll see why I created this GPT, because when you let it just chain and create your content for you, this is what you get, okay? Pretty basic, simple, short and sweet, to the point. Some people like that, and that's okay, right? But in my opinion, you're gonna get better content out of it if it does it one at a time, because it's trained to work that way. It's not actually most effective to do multiple things at once, okay? So now you go through and you literally just create all of the email copy that you want. Because here's the thing, if you didn't do it this way, you wouldn't get this type of post, okay? You wouldn't get a listicle style email that creates value for people, okay? You just get really poor emails. So then what I like to do as this is going, is you can go back here, switch it to image. We're gonna generate the prompt again, and we'll copy that prompt. Great. Now we're gonna really take advantage of ChatGPT. What am I doing here? Oh, that's not actually what I want. I don't know who all. Oh, we still got a good number of people on here. Awesome, guys. That means hopefully we're getting good value out of this. Now I'm going to take this thing and create images to go along with it, because why not? And ChatGPT has gotten so good at this. It just blows my mind. Okay, so I'm still kind of working out the final things with this, but as you can see, it's pretty solid. So then as it's doing that, I'm going to keep going through this email campaign. We've already got 3 emails done. We're ready for email 4. We're going to put that in there. And with this, the Unicorn AI marketing machine, it's literally just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, and it'll create each email that you can just continue on and continue creating content for. Give me an error over here. I don't know why. Oh, because I'm abusing it right now. Refresh my page. So it is 11:27, and I know that we had this scheduled for an hour, but I'm gonna keep going because my next call isn't for another 33 minutes, and I do want to come to a completion point with this because there's a good amount of other things I want to cover, but yeah. So just want to let you guys know that. But anyway, I'm just gonna kind of keep going through this, and I could probably bust through a couple other golden nuggets that I want you to know about, but I'm just kind of showing you. Now I'm doing, a couple things at once, right? So we've got one side creating our email, another side creating our images. Now it's asking me if I want to continue with the next image. You just use that same format. Once you choose the type of content that you're creating, in this case, an image, then it updates these buttons so that you can just copy the prompt. It adjusts specifically. Oh, I didn't do the right prompt. Oh, because I still had it copied from over here. That's why multitasking is not always best, but oh yeah, it is right. Sorry. Because it's trained to optimize the images based on the type of content that we're creating, right? You guys will see, man, I love these new ChatGPT images that it's coming up with. I'll show you guys. I've created a bunch of these guys. And what's really cool is you can actually use other images as a reference to create more consistency with them. So if you wanted to, for example, use this one that I posted today about the call, we could literally say, not approved. Try again and keep the style in alignment with this image going forward. That'll be good. I actually really like that image. That's such a great image. ChatGPT created this. I added the rocket, but so great, right? This is okay, right? But honestly, it's not a bad image to include in an email to put out there, right? So what's nice is you can then, tell it that's not actually what I wanted, right? So as that keeps on going, oh, we did 7, right? All right, cool. So now we've got all of our 7 emails done and put together. And you can say now put them in a downloadable docx. Okay. And so the reason I like this is because it does them one at a time. It's going to maintain the quality and then do it right, which is so important. So important. Because if you try to do it all at once, you're going to lose quality. Each one's going to get shorter over time and less consistent and less accurate. And it's not going to stick with what you wanted it to do. But because we just did all of them together, and it knows to stick with the plan, then what it's going to do now is take all of those emails and put them into a document that you can download and send it to your assistant, work on it over time, things like that, right? This is so good. That's such a good image. We'll see how it does with no rocket. Okay, got it. Cool. That's great. Then you just go back here, copy that one while our thing on the side is working. Thanks, Misty. Just seeing your comment. Yeah, so that's my goal with this. The entire goal with this horn sharpening call is to give you guys value. Just pour as much as possible as I can. That didn't work. Give me the file again. And it's not perfect, so sometimes you gotta tell it that it didn't work. I don't know why it's not working. Try refreshing the page. It might just be because I'm kind of taking advantage of it. Still not working. I just said give me a PDF instead. Man, this is solid. And you know what's amazing about doing these calls and some of the webinars that I've done is that, I need these images. So you guys are helping me get some work done, which, I appreciate. So anyway, I'm going to stop on this campaign here in just a second. I really would like for this to work right. Why is it not working right? You know what I bet it is? It's probably this course creator not being trained correctly. So what you can do is it gave us everything here, right? All of the information from our email campaign is in this code. And so you can start a new chat, put it in here, and try again in another GPT. Create document for me to download. You gotta use specifics sometimes. Like saying for me to download is gonna make the difference between it giving you a link versus it giving it to you in the chat. Which, to be honest with you, I probably could have just gone with and copied and pasted it into my own Google document, right? Easy enough to do that. So let's see where we're at, okay? I did talk about some of the personal sides of things, which I'm gonna show you here in just a second. We've gone through, we revised the landing page, we've done the content, we've built an email sequence, we haven't created a lead magnet, but that's okay. You could use that other GPT that we were using to create that, no problem. So one thing I did want to talk about was how to actually creating your own GPT, because I think that that's super important for you to do, especially if you are, using it pretty consistently. But here's the thing, inside of Unicorn University, right here, how to create your own GPT marketing assistant, okay? And this will literally tell you how to do all of that. It's specifically for marketing and creating content, but all of the information is there. I think this is an hour-long video. So take advantage of that. I'm not going to go through it. I will show you on the back end what that looks like, but we're not going to actually create it. So bet you this works. Drum roll. Yeah. See, it was just the wrong version. The custom GPTs, they can turn off and turn on the different types of like permissions that it'll actually allow. So you know what? Sounds like it's time for that. Okay. So check this out. Here's your campaign. Okay. Everything we just put together, bam, right here. Email 1, email 2, email 3, email 4, email 5, email 6, email 7, right? So then you can take this and, put it together yourself or have somebody else do it. You can even use ChatGPT to write these emails in HTML format and upload them to a lot of different email systems, which is super cool. So anyway, that's how you can put them into documents. You can also put it into a PDF. You can make it into slides, all that stuff. So what I want to cover next is your own GPTs, okay? And I talked about using them for personal reasons, okay? And this is what I'm talking about here, is there are other custom GPTs that I've personally got a ton of value from, one of which is this Body Healer GPT. You can use this to heal through past traumas, current traumas, things that you might not even know why something's bothering you. Maybe you're just super stressed out and you don't know why. Maybe you are having a hard time focusing because something's bothering you. You can use this Body Healer GPT and it will literally help you heal your body. It's so powerful. I can't even tell you. I'm not going to show you mine because it's rather personal, but I use it. I use it pretty regularly. You'll see in this 10x Unicorn chats, I have one around, oh, I couldn't put it in here. Well, these are all using my 10x Unicorn GPT primarily, but which is cool because you can chat with all of the projects. You can also add files to it and you can add instructions around how you want it to actually work. This is very new. I haven't even played with this part yet, but I should. And yeah, it's super powerful. So what I do want to show you is, the impact of creating your own personal custom GPT. For example, my 10x Unicorn GPT. This is like so powerful because it's not just trained on all of my personal things. And I actually made one that I'll give you guys, which is just the 10x Unicorn AI. This is more crafted around the 10x is easier than 2x framework, the Be Your Future Self Now book, Grant Cardone's 10x rule, and a handful of other things, which I'll show you. But I'm going to show you with mine because this is my personal GPT. Nobody has access except for me, and it knows everything about me. Everything, probably too much. But when you create these, which just a little tip, to create one, you go, where is it? Under the Explore GPTs, you hit create, boop. And then it's going to take you to the page to create yours. And I'm just going to show you under the edit GPT what that kind of looks like. So you go in here, you give it the instructions on what you want it to say. And so mine, like I said, is trained on, 10x is easier than 2x, the 10x rule, be your future self now, who not how, hook point, $100 million offers, $100 million leads, traction, the magic of thinking big, good to great, introvert's edge to networking, how to be a power connector, the compound effect, peaks and valleys, and the go-giver. ChatGPT knows all of these books. So I don't need to give it the books. It needs to know to reference the books, okay? It's also trained, look at this. This GPT must support you first as a selfish 10x unicorn. This is for me. This isn't for anybody else, okay? This is literally designed to help me grow and to align every aspect of my life, actions, and decisions aligned with the 10x unicorn philosophy. Then what you use the instructions for is to tell it how to utilize the different documents, right? So I have a document in here called 10-Year Future Self. And I'm not going to show you that because that's rather personal. But it has all of the information around who I'm trying to be 10 years from now. All of the things I'm doing now to get there. It has journal entries for me. It has goals, current and past goals. It has limiting beliefs that I squashed with empowering beliefs. And it has, let me show you, all of these documents, right? As the executive summary for Unicorn Universe, as my content guidelines document in case I want to bust out content in the middle of one of these things. It has podcast transcriptions, some of which were very deep and personal that I wanted to make sure it understands about me and my mission. It has this document around becoming a 10x unicorn, the 5 keys to creating golden connections. I took notes while I was reading The Magic of Thinking Big, traction notes, 6 fundamentals of selling, 10x super life notes, the 10x rules, all these things, right, that I wanted it to know. And then I also made this 10x unicorn morning ritual in Notion that I have been doing for the past now like 10 or 11 days. And I gave it all of these details from this Notion page into a spreadsheet that I've been working through a lot of these things that I literally uploaded into the back end of ChatGPT. This is evolving. Every time I do something big enough that I feel like it needs to know about me forever, I put it in here, and then you choose your capabilities. Do you want it to search the web? Do you want it to use the canvas? I honestly don't think I want that. Like almost every time I don't like it. It's okay, I'm sticking with it. Do you want it to create images and code interpreter or data analysis? If you don't have this turned on, it's not going to work with the files as well, or give you the files that we were trying to create earlier. So I'm guessing the one we were using didn't have that turned on. So then you can test it over here. You can create little conversation starters. But again, the point being, you write out your instructions for it to really utilize and maximize all of those documents. And here's a little hack for you. Upload your documents first, and then come over here and say, analyze the documents I uploaded to give me the best instructions to utilize them most effectively. And then remember the CoStar framework. What is the result that you want? To maximize my life and focus on my goals as a 10x unicorn, right? You can do that. You can put it in there. It's going to review the documents. It's going to give you the instructions. You can paste them in here and then revise them. Super easy. Okay. People totally, oh, this is good. Honestly, I like writing them myself because while this is really good, it might not actually be what I want, but I bet you like this is really solid. I'm very, very intrigued to try it out. But anyway, yeah, it's totally Misty. Huge for personal growth. I can't even tell you. It's like, especially that Body Healer GPT, conversations go deep. And it's mind blowing. You can literally like just heal through things. Like things that have been holding you back, things that you've stayed up at night, you know, just worrying about or stressed about, you know, that hurt, that really got to you, that, you know, cause you real emotional pain and can cause you to cry when you're talking with a friend or speaking on stage. Like, use that GPT and save therapy money. Exactly. And man, it's become my personal little therapist, that Body Healer GPT. But anyway, this is not bad, actually. I might have to play with that. I'm just gonna save this. Once you leave this page, it's gone, just so you know. So what I like about this GPT is it's trained to pretty much any time it sees an opportunity to add value through additional resources, it's gonna give suggestions. Mine's always asking me, hey, do you want me to create a Notion or a PDF doc for any of these things that could be good? Or would you like this synthesized into a 10x Unicorn Master Playbook PDF? Like, pretty good. So I'm just gonna save that here. And we're gonna go back. I didn't edit anything. But yeah, so that's kind of, you know, the magic behind creating your own GPT and why I think it's really important that you create your own personal GPT. just do it. Okay, if you've got notes somewhere, if you wrote your goals down, take pictures. If it's written, you can take a picture of it. And what I like to do, if you have an iPhone, you can copy the text from your images. So what I like to do is I like to take a picture of the notes, and then I'll upload it to ChatGPT, and then I'll copy the text from the image, and I'll put that in the prompt and then I ask it to review both to give me the text that is probably the most accurate, because the combination of the two, I almost always get perfect results. You got to revise it a little bit, but then you can put it in your Google document to then upload to the back end of ChatGPT. So anyway, where are we at here? So that's kind of, the idea behind creating your own GPT. Super valuable, super powerful. So let's see here. I think that's pretty good on the personal stuff. There are, of course, others. Again, if you're dealing with something, I guarantee you, if you searched the word in here, you can find a GPT that'll train you on how to get through whatever it is you're dealing with, right? So tons of things, writing, productivity, all these things, right? So let's see, let's keep going. Like I said, we covered that. This is an important little tip I wanted to talk about. Ask GPT what you're not asking, right? What are some of the most powerful questions I've asked it are things like, rather than telling it what you want it to do, ask it what you should tell it to do, right? So like with this course that we just created, is it this? Oh, not this one. Probably this one. Yeah. Course creator and outline maker, right? So you could say, what should I make next? It'll tell you exactly what you need next, right? So it'll tell you what you've got and what's next, 5 strategic steps you can take next, right? Lead magnet. Yep, we were literally just talking about that. So 20 unicorn prompts that make content easy. GPT brand voice template. Mini GPT demo people can try before they buy. Great, you could do a mini video series, right? So asking it things like that can be super powerful. One of the questions I really liked asking mine reluctantly in that Body Healer GPT was, based on everything you know about me, what are some blind spots that I might have? What are some things or weaknesses that I might not be seeing? What are some ways that I'm not showing up when I could be? And especially if you have a custom GPT and you've had a bunch of conversations, you could put that in here and ask it, what are my blind spots that would 10x my life if I focused on by leveraging tools, resources, or dealer GPTs? And it's going to tell you. It's going to read all of my conversations, and there's a deep but direct read based on everything I know about you, Daniel. Your top blind spots. Systematized visibility. You're a powerhouse behind the scenes, but you're still not fully seen by people. I was just telling it the other day. I'm like, not enough people know about what's going on, right? Hire a personal brand content integrator. You're not leveraging personal brand content at scale with consistency across multiple channels. It's just funny because I got this AI marketing machine, but it doesn't post to Instagram well enough. Doing way too much, and I'm the bottleneck, trying to structure and execute everything, right? So this is powerful, right? You got to be willing to hear the answers. And here's my recommendation: listen to it. Okay, if it's telling you things, chances are you're dealing with it, right? So, and all right. Okay, so as you can see, it gets pretty deep with this. It can go deep. It can go deeper and really help you discover and unlock next levels for your life, right? So anyway, yeah, super crazy what you can use this for. So we're gonna keep going, and I only have about 10 minutes left, so I gotta wrap this up. But we've really covered a lot here, and part of this is here's an offer for you guys. I actually do want to give this to you guys because I did kind of show you the AI marketing machine, but I want to actually take you through it and literally create content for you. Because as you just saw, it's pretty powerful with how quick and easy it works with this campaign prompt generator and creating the images. And then all of that you can actually take and upload to GoHighLevel in a way that just streamlines your whole content like super easily. And so if you wanted to do that, basically all we do is we take we'll use the email one as an example, but we take all of the images and we turn those into social media posts that you can then literally upload to your GoHighLevel. And because you can have ChatGPT create spreadsheets for you, it actually made it super easy to just upload your content to GoHighLevel. And I'll actually show you what that looks like. You go into your content area and you hit new post, upload from CSV, and then it's gonna take all of the content you just created, put it into a spreadsheet, and with the Unicorn GPT, and then link all of the images that you created along with the post. And you can just upload. In this case, we did 8 posts using this. And this was an image that was straight from their social media. This last one was one that, this was one of theirs as well. All of this content was generated using our AI content machine. This image was created with that. So basically, just to kind of show you guys, you can use all of that to upload a spreadsheet with all of your content. And in that case, we did 8 posts. I did one the other day with 10, one with 16, 22, 7, 8. I've done them as high as 55 posts in one session. So the reason I mention that is because I would love to take you guys through it. And we're offering the AI marketing machine, the whole service, for $19.97. But anybody who signs up now is only going to pay 50% off of that. But here's the thing. If you don't feel like the whole AI marketing machine is worth it, then you only pay for the content, whatever you feel like it's worth. And so I do want to give you guys that offer because I think that's a powerful thing to do. And you guys as Unicorn members, I'm going to be pretty flexible with it. Now, that said, if you are not quite ready for that, or maybe you want to learn more about it, you can go to that link right there, unicontentai.com, or you can go through the training, like I said, and this one's free, to build your own marketing assistant, okay? And then, like I said, if you want help with me taking you through that AI marketing assistant, creating your own GPT, I put the links in the chat for that. So, yeah, I would love to help you guys with that and, really make it happen for you. So, like I said, I'm going to put all of this into a Google document, and I'm going to show you guys right now because, why not? Let's see here. I think it was, in here. It also has these folders for projects, which I definitely recommend you use. And we're going to kind of button this up with the last step of this in my Unicorn Call training ideas to now turn this into the resources doc. Now take all of the things that we just covered and turn it into a resources doc. Oh, and it's going to give me the document to actually download, I'm guessing, which is fine. We'll do that for the example. But it'll just take everything that we've put together now and put it into a document for us. And because I kind of want it to just do it in the chat, I'm gonna have to do that. So download it to check it out. Maybe it's great. Probably not what I want. Yeah, so that's what it turned out for me. I don't like it, but this is what I do want. So now we can literally take this and copy all of that text, put it into our resources doc, bloop, yeah, now we've got a beautiful looking Google Doc that's a little bit better organized. I'll probably revise that to make it even better. Do that, AI tools and resources. Yeah. See how easy that was? Just like that. You've got a resource document that I'm going to give you guys right now because thank you for being here. And also, I don't want you to lose a lot of the things that we talked about. A lot of those GPTs that I was talking about, I did link those ahead of time so that you had them and you can download it there. So there you go. I think that will conclude this training call. So I don't think there's anything else for us to cover. So I got 5 minutes before my next call. Anybody have any questions? And oh, not uploading. Let's try that again. Any questions? Or do you guys have any feedback on this call? Would love to know what your thoughts were. Why is that not working? Nothing. You guys don't have anything to say to me? Are you is your brain?
I'm just waiting for the link.
I'll give you the link.
Oh, okay. I was afraid that I'd miss it if I got off of here.
I tried giving you the PDF, but it just didn't want to work right.
Okay. Well, I saved the other one. So I just want to say this, it was a fire hose, but it was the best fire hose I've had. So much information.
I agree.
so much value, so much information. And I am loving the content creator, the unicorn content creator. I still have so much more to learn, but the part about building yourself up personally with all of this was the aha moment I had. I never even thought about that part.
Which part?
Like building yourself up personally, like, your personal growth.
Yeah.
I've used all of this stuff for business, but using my ChatGPT to build me up and the therapy part and all of that, like, never even came to my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Hi, Annette. Glad you can make it.
Hi, Daniel. How are you doing?
Good. Good.
Good to see you. Thank you so much for everything.
Yeah.
Your presentation was amazing. It was like, oh, not enough time to even take notes. So I'm glad that you recorded this so I can go back to it and watch it many, many times because this is amazing. It's like mind blowing. I love it.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Glad to hear that.
Are you gonna send those links to an email, like the Google Docs thing? Are you gonna be like emailing that too?
I will probably, well, it'll be added to Circle. I can post it. I'll post it as a link under the event that we have in Circle. That's good with you.
Yeah, like as long as I can get back to it, because I'm on my phone and it's hard to copy paste without hanging up on everybody.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna revise that document a little bit more, but download today's AI.
And then the course creator is like that's something we can get access to. Like I don't know, the airplane's sailing over my head just a little bit, to be honest, but I'll have to watch this call again for real.
Yeah, so the chat GPT that we used, the course creator GPT, that's a free GPT that you can find in the marketplace. And I did include links to, actually, I don't think there are links to that one on the document, but the link I sent you will it'll download the document directly. And then as I update those links, probably not today, but within the next couple of days, once I post the final course, then you'll have all of the things that we shared, resources, additional resources. I only scratched the surface on some of the tools that I wanted to cover today. So Yeah.
And where's the AI marketplace? Because I lost that somewhere in translation. I don't know.
So I just put a comment on today's event that you can access all of the custom GPTs, but here, I'll show you. That's under Explore GPTs on the left. You click on that, and then you just search for whatever it is you're looking for.
Is that from the Unicorn site?
No, this is through ChatGPT.
Oh.
Yeah. So you might need to rewatch the video, probably on your computer, but
yeah, it's so small. I'm just like, it's microscopic, and I'm multitasking, so I'm gonna have to rewatch that.
yeah, for sure. Bobby, feedback? What did you think?
A lot of good information. I'm going to use a lot of it. I'm a very hot and cold with the whole AI thing, especially for what I do as a profession.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of cautionary airing. I would advise people, doing the stuff we talked about in this call was great and everything. It's when you go into more IP generation and things you want to protect, those things that are generated with AI come with a lot of trouble. So definitely consult a lawyer and a creative individual to guide you through those things with logo creation, things you want to sell, copyright, trademark, those kind of things. Because there's a lot of things that people don't understand about that stuff now, and they're creating logos that you can't copyright, you can't trademark. Other people are using them. So just heads up for that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, great advice. And that's another reason that I recommend creating your own GPTs that have a full podcast transcription is good. If you really talk through your business model or use social media posts that you've done in the past, put those into your back end, it'll be a lot less likely to pull from other sources that could create copyright infringement and utilize your own personal style, brand, words, all of that. So that's one way that I definitely think is important to do that. But yeah, I mean, 100%, if you're asking, really the rule of thumb I like to follow is if you're going to sell it or try to protect it, then do your due diligence on that 100%. I mean, always, right? But really make sure that you aren't crossing any barriers or boundaries that could get you into legal trouble. And there are apps and systems out there that you can use to do AI checkers to see if you're actually going to run into trouble like that. So, yeah, great advice, Bobby. I appreciate that.
And I'm also happy to assist anyone in terms of that kind of thing, doing some follow-up, cross-referencing, figuring out if things have been used, whatnot. Because there's even some things that most people won't even catch, or AI doesn't catch, in terms of what things look like, or if it's been used before, etc. So happy to help out and kind of lend a hand in that regard. Just reach out to me.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys. I do need to jump, but I appreciate everybody being here, and hope this was good for everybody. And we'll see you on the next call. Thanks again. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. See you, Bobby. Good one.